Hello, welcome to our another video lesson. Okay, so today we will be having week number 6 for our quarter number 3. All right? So meron na lang tayong dalawang titirang weeks 7 8 before quarter 3 ends. So for today, what we're going to talk about or discuss is about uh, music, arts, P, and health for week number 6. Okay? So, simulan natin mga anak. Okay. Kita lang natin yung module natin. Okay. Alright. So, yan. Meron tayo ditong module, no? Tayo nasa week number 6 na. Module number 6. So, as usual, meron kayong kopya ng inyong module. Tapos, you're gonna have these expectations. Let's try to read them. The first one, okay, at the end of this module 6, you are expected to perform music from Mindanao with own accompaniment, create crafts that can be locally assembled with local materials guided by local traditional techniques. All right, example, we have the habi, lilipin, etc. Next one is derive elements from traditions or history of a community for one's artwork. Next is show the relationship of the development of crafts in specific areas of the country according to functionality, traditional specialized expertise, and availability of resources. Okay, example niyan is pottery, weaving, jewelry, and basketry. We also have the next one, execute the skills involved in the dance. Tinikling tayo, di ba? Next is identify triggers and warning signs of common mental disorders. Prevention, coping, and treatment for common mental disorders. And lastly, recognize triggers and warning signs of common mental disorders. All right? So, meron tayo dito before we proceed with the topics for week number 6. Meron tayo dito as usual, no, looking back. So what you're gonna do here is you will just answer it, okay? So I'm gonna guide you with this one. I'll try my best, okay, to guide you. Sana makatulong itong ginagawa nating video lesson sa inyo. Okay, so for music, okay, fill out the circles of musical instruments of Mindanao to complete the diagram. Okay? So meron tayong mga diniscuss before na sa modules natin, 'di ba, sa quarter 3, meron tayong mga iba't ibang mga diniscuss about instruments of Mindanao because we're talking about music of Mindanao in quarter number 3. All right? So we have two kinds, all right? Two categories. We have the gongs, meron din na bamboo. Okay? Ibig sabihin yung mga gong type na instrument of Mindanao and those instruments also that are made from, okay, made out of bamboo. Okay, so maglalagay lang tayo ng dalawa dyan. Tapos sa bamboo, tatlo. Okay, for me to give you ideas, bibigyan ko kayo ng sample. Ayan. So ito yung nakuha natin to sa Google, no, sa Slideshare. This is a free one, I think. So ito yung mga Muslim Mindanao musical instruments. So dalawa lang ititignan natin, no. We have gongs and bamboo. So dito sa ating sample, meron diyang mga drum, percussions, iba't iba, no? Tapos basta may makikita kayo dyan na mga instrumento that you can use also in answering this part. So we have here kulintang. So makikita nyo, it's a gong-like, diba? Diniscuss natin to before. So you can use this also in answering that part. Dabakan is a single-headed Philippine drum. Okay, so this is not a gong. All right. Can we say that this is made from bamboo? Wait lang. Among the 5 kulintang instrument, it's the only non-gong element. Okay. So pwedeng hindi na to, no? Pwedeng hindi na to. So we have here gabang. So also known as bamboo xylophone. So from the word itself, bamboo xylophone. So it's made from bamboo. You can use that for under the bamboo category. And we have the kudyapi. This one is actually known as a string in chordophone, no? Chordophones ito. Yan, so kahit hindi na siguro yan. Tapos meron tayo yung kubing. It is a type of Philippine Jew harp from bamboo. Okay, so ito pwede natin gamitin, no? Ayan, kubing. Suling. Yan, the Maguindanaoan suling is the smallest bamboo flute. Okay, so from the word itself, bamboo flute. So pwede to. Okay? And then we also have agong. It is a set of two wide-rimmed, vertically suspended gongs. So kanina meron tayong gongs, di ba? So sa module natin, merong gong. So ayun, pili lang kayo doon, no? So you can you just go back. Pwede nyong i-replay or i-playback yung itong video na to para masundan nyo yung part na yun. Okay. Sorry. Okay, next part is art. So ito, madali lang naman to. You're going to complete the sentence of what have you learned from the past lessons. Okay, I've learned that indigenous influence of Mindanao art is and blah blah blah. Okay, ano yung influence ng Mindanao art? Okay, from the previous from the previous video lesson natin, or tawag nito yung lesson natin. Wait a second. Kasi ko lang yung aking Alright. Next naman, sa physical education, we have here 3. Cross step, clockwise, and waltz step. Okay, match the steps in column A to the step pattern in column B. So, eto, siguro naman madali nyo na ma-identify ito, no? Pero anyway, let's try to identify these. Okay, cross step. So, according to the given answers sa column B natin, pwede natin sabihin ang cross step dito ay pwede siguro yung A, no? I think yung A, step, close, step, step. Pwede cross step, mas malapit siya doon. Clockwise naman, okay, it could be this one, no? So meron dito, direction is the way in which the hands of a clock move around. And the other one is waltz step. So this could be the step, cross, step. So B, okay? Simple as that. Next naman. Alright, rearrange the jumbled letters to form the common stressors to a person. So ito, diniscuss natin to last week, no? Last video lesson natin, we discussed 3 words. Actually, sila na yon, no? So, madali lang to, no? Loss, grief, and death. So again, what is loss? Okay, it occurs when someone dies or a life situation changes or ends. Okay, nawalan ka, no? Nawalan ka, pinawala sa'yo, that's loss. Could be someone or something. Alright, grief, it refers to the emotional suffering caused by loss, disaster, or misfortune. Ito yung nararamdaman mo, yung sorrow, no? Yung kalungkutan, yung sadness, that is grief. Ito yung effect nung effect nung isang bagay na nangyayari sa'yo. Like, may namatayan ka, okay? May nawala sa sistema ng routine mo na lagi mong ginagawa at gusto mong gawin, pero nawala bigla. Alright? Tulad tayo, pandemic, di ba? Let's say, for example, for the athletes, diba, may mga trainings kayo every week, every Saturday. Sa mga members ko sa choir, sa school, sa Tiniglanista, every Saturday kami nagre-rehearse dati. Tapos, nung nagka-pandemic, nag-lockdown, wala na. So, medyo may grief ng konti doon kasi nalungkot kami dahil hindi kami makapag-training. Sa athletes, ganun din, no? Sa mga, let's say, for example, yung mga arnisador natin, ganun. Alright? And then, next one is death. So, refers to the end of physical being of a person. That is caused by illness, aging, or an accident. So, pagkamatay, no? Pagkamatay. Alright? So, anong pagkakaiba ng loss sa death? Of course, yung death, yung state ng tao na wala na siyang buhay, no? Dahil nagkasakit siya, dahil sa katandaan niya, or na-aksidente siya, yun ang death, kamatayan, no? Ang loss naman, kawalan. Okay, nawalan ka. For example, ikaw ay may kaibigan na malapit sa'yo at namatay siya. Death yung state niya ngayon kasi na, 'di ba, namatay na siya. Pero ikaw, you have that loss kasi nawalan ka ng isang kaibigan na malapit sa'yo. Okay? Alright, so let's start now with the first component, which is music. So we'll be talking about music of Mindanao still. Let's try to read this. Vocal and instrumental traditions of Mindanao are rich. Okay, songs are used to express their thoughts and feelings. Instruments, on the other hand, are used in performing ensemble music as well as to accompany dances. The vocal music of Mindanao reflects the natural and spiritual life of all the people in the island, okay, which is the Muslims, okay, the Christians also, and the Lumads, right? The instruments of the Lumads are originally handmade out of bamboo, carved, okay, cut, sliced, made into smaller sticks. Then drums are made of wood and animal skin. Alright? So, ayun siya. Kumbaga, kusan gawa yung instrumento. Alright? So, the instruments of the Lumads. Okay? Originally handmade. Ano? Sabihin na handmade, gawa ng sariling kamay lang nila. They're not using technology or, of course, or any specialized tool para gawin. Ginagamit nila yung kanilang mga kamay. Alright? So here, what we're going to do for the activity, okay, make a sound of Mindanao. So what you're going to do is make an improvised percussion instrument using available materials in your home or in the community to be used as your accompaniment, doing the rhythmic pattern of El Gallina Capituda. Now, here are the links. Meron tayong links dito, no? I'll show you. I'll pause my music first. I'm gonna show you the link for that. So this is the first one. Okay? I'm gonna play it now and you listen.
Il Gallina Capituda, sige, sige na tamdan, itcha huevos na basura, Yoruba il gabilan. Il Gallina Capituda, sige, sige na tamdan, itcha huevos na basura, Yoruba il gabilan.
Okay. So yun ang ating link for El Galina Capituda song. Okay? So gagawa kayo ng sarili ninyong improvised instrument, percussion instrument, at sasabayan nyo lang yun. Okay? And the next link that we have here, improvised instrument for inspiration. So you can also use this or based on this. Ito ay isang sample. Ito ay from Sampaguita 7 ng section Sampaguita grade 7. I don't know what school this is. But anyway, so we will play it, okay? So as you can see, they are using different improvised percussion instruments. May gamit silang mga lata ng gatas, no? Meron silang palanggana at meron pang yung pang-hit or pang-strike nila ay piece of stick, no? Sige, pakinggan natin. May iba't ibang shapes ng lata niya, oh. Meron kutsara pa dito. Okay. So yun ang kanilang ginawa. Alright? So you can follow that. You can follow that. You can use that as your inspiration kung paano nyo gagawin yung yung first. Okay? So sasabayan nyo to, tapos i-record ninyo, tapos kuha kayo ng pwedeng lapis, tapos kuha kayo ng Ito naman, kunyari, ito. No? Pwedeng ganon. Basta itong kanta na to, sasabayan nyo to. Alright? Sabayan nyo to. Tapos yung rhythmic pattern, it's up to you. Okay? My suggestion is you feel it, no? Pwedeng basic lang, puro ganon, or kung maka-feel kayo ng iba pang rhythmic pattern. Okay? Or, basta kasabay nung kanta na yon. Alright? Just express yourself. Alright? And then this will be the rubric. Okay? Rubrics for that. Okay. So, dali na. May kopya naman tayo niya, no? Basahin nyo na lang. Basta sa akin ang mahalaga, you do it, you express yourself, and that's it. Okay? Alright, next. Let's proceed to the next component. We have here arts. Okay, arts of Mindanao. Right. Maranao, referring to the southern tribe who are now people of the lake called Ranao. In the Iranon language, meaning people of the lake. Okay, that's Maranao, no? Referring to the indigenous people who inhabited the lands around Lake Lanao, whose principal town is Marawi City. The Maranaos are part of the wider Moro ethnic group. Okay, that's Maranao. Sila yung mga tao, people of the lake. We have here also Okir or Okil, no? Either of the two. Literally means to carve. Okay, umukit. It is the term for geometric and flowing designs, okay, often based on an elaborate leaf and vine pattern, and folk motifs that can be usually found in Maranao and Muslim-influenced artwork. Alright, in the Philippines, an ancient proof of Okir style of flowering symbols is the Torogan. So, ito yung sample niya, okay, ng Okir. So, they carve it. Okay? So, merong flowing designs. And then we also have the Torogan, okay, the flowering symbols. Okay, the ancestral home of the highest title holder in a Maranao village. It is a symbol of power and prestige, usually adorned during festivities. Sabihin daw, kapag ikaw ay mataas ang katayuan mo, ang posisyon mo sa community or sa village ninyo, ganito yung bahay mo. Okay, Torogan ang inyong bahay. Alright? Pero kapag ikaw ay simple lang, syempre hindi. Okay, simple lang. Pero pag ikaw yung ikaw ay one of the, or you are the highest title holder in a Maranao village, then you must be having this kind of home or house. Okay? With this kind of design. Ito. Alright? A more prominent variation of Okir is the Sari Manok. Okay? So, Sari Manok is a legendary bird of the Maranao. It comes from the words Sari, which means cloth or garment, and Manok means for chicken. Okay, chicken cloth, or the design is a manok or chicken. Okay, put into the cloth or garment. So it is a rooster-like figure with colorful wings and feathered tail, holding a fish on its beak or talons. The head is profusely decorated with scroll, leaf, and spiral motifs. It is said to be a symbol of good fortune. Okay, so familiar naman siguro. I think maybe other students are familiar already with sarang. But anyway, if you're not familiar with it yet, this is the image of Sari Manok or sample of Sari Manok. No, rooster yung kanyang image. So what we're going to do with the activity for this, okay, Sari Manok paper laying art. Here are the materials: crayons, pair of scissors, hot glue stick, hot glue gun, and white glue. So what are you going to do? These are the procedures. Color all the Sari Manok images using crayons. Use same colors you used on the identical areas. Okay, areas. What does it mean? We have here 3 images. Image 1, image 2, and image number 3. As you can see, there are parts here that are identical. Pag sinabi nating identical, parehas na parehas. Okay? Parehas na parehas. So, dito, kunyari yung mata, parehas siya may mata. So, identical yon. But look at it. For image number 1 and number 2, ang identical, kunyari, yung fish, no? Yung isda, parehas. Sa number 3, image number 3, wala. So, you don't have to color that. Okay. Dito naman sa tail niya, magkaiba yung tail, no? Meron dito. Dito naman, iba naman yung galaw ng tail. Dito yung pakpak, medyo parehas naman ng konti. Okay. Yung side niya, tapos dito merong isda. Yan, parehas. So, you're going to color the images doon sa mga identical parts nila. But if they're not identical, you may use a different color instead. Right? Draw and cut out all 3 images. Maybe you can do this, no? Kasi if you're going to cut this out, kasi kung back-to-back yung inyong kopya, or maaring soft copy ang gamit nyo, you can print this. Or if you want also, you can draw it. Bago nyo kulayan, pwede. Pwede kayon, kahit ano doon. Alright? Pwedeng i-print nyo, or kung may kayo, photocopying machine kayo, photocopy nyo na, tapos gupitin nyo na lang, no? Saka nyo kulayan. Or, if wala, okay, pero napanood nyo naman tong you can also draw. Sir, kailangan ba kopyang-kopya? Kahit hindi naman. No? Basta yung konsepto ng may, kunyari, dito sa image number 1 and 2, parehas lang may isdang nasa baba. Okay? Kapit-kapit nung kanyang paa. Dito sa number 3, wala. So, yung konsepto na gayahin nyo lang din para pag kinut out nyo. Saka yung size, no, kailangan medyo magkakalapit. Magkakalapit yung size nito. Alright? But, yun nga. So, yun ang kailangan nyo gawin. Number 3, apply thin coat of white glue on top of the images, then let it sit for a while until it turns to clear solid. So, kunyari, di ba, nakulayan nyo na. Tapos, nakat nyo na, ginupit nyo na. So, lalagyan nyo siya ng glue. Wala kasi akong glue dito. Anyway, alam nyo naman yung glue, di ba? Kulay white yon. Pag natuyo, magiging clear. So, lagyan nyo yan. Takpan nyo yan. Lahat yan. Okay? Tapos, pag naging puti na, okay na, di ba? So, after that, you're going to glue the sari manok image 3 on top of image 2 and image 1. Use hot glue stick to stick them together, but leave a small gap between images. Leave the glue to cool down without flattening it. This will add shadow effect on your artwork. So, ang mangyayari dito is, yung number 3, itong number 3, you're going to glue dito sa ibabaw niya. Pero you don't have to make it flat. May konting space, no? May konting space na ganyan. Kasi yung glue stick, 'di ba? Pag natuyo 'yon, magbubuo 'yon, so may konting gap na ganyan. Pag nadikit niyo na siya diyan, si number 2 naman sa ibabaw ng number 1. Okay? And that will give you a shadow effect of your sari manok. Now, after that, you take a picture of it, you send it to me. Alright? Or kung ipapasa nyo siya, make sure na hindi siya malulukot para makita natin. Okay? So, rubric. This is the rubric for this activity. You can just read it. Okay? Basta ang malaga sa akin ay makita ko yung gawa ninyo. Alright. And then, next, Tinikling dance. I hope this is clear, ha? Tinikling dance. For PE. Tinikling is one of the popular dances in the Philippines. Tinikling means bamboo dance in English. The dance involves the two people beating, tapping, and sliding bamboo poles on the ground and against each other in coordination with one or more dancers who step over and in between poles in a dance. So, tayo ay nasa week number 6 na. I know you are very familiar with the dance Tinikling. Okay? So, what we're going to study with here in our week number 6 are figures 7 and 8. Okay? So, like what I've been doing sa aking video lesson, you can read this, of course. Pwede nyo basahin. Pero, Si writer ay nagbigay naman na ng link. Okay, nagbigay ng link. I'll pause my music again. So this link, we're going to watch it instead para mas madali ninyong magets. This is figure number 1. Actually, this is figure 1 to 8. So here, we will be studying 7 and 8. So ito yung mga pinag-aralan natin from the first. Okay, this is figure number 2. This is clockwise. 1. This is the figure number 7. Diagonal. Figure number 8. Waltz. Okay. Okay, let me just check something. That's, okay, but anyway. So, yun yung 7 and 8, no? If we're going to refer on the video, check muna natin, Yan. So, the diagonal, kasi, kita nyo yung movement nila. It's like they are forming a diagonal movement yung ginagawa nila. So, parang pag pinag-combine mo sila, they're forming a diamond shape also. Tak. Forward din. Wait natin doon, So, here. From there, then, tak, tak. Diagonal yung movement. Then, di ba? Diagonal siya. Paslant. Okay, figure number 8, waltz. Tak, 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 tak. Let's try to check something. Wait lang, Okay, anyway. So, yun lang, I will also include the link sa dito sa ating para sa ating mga video na ginamit para ma-check nyo din yung mga videos nila. Okay? Or actually, you can use the link that the writer provided you. Okay? So, yun yung sa PE natin. Okay, next and last, we have the uh, mental health disorders. Okay, last time we talked about loss, death, and grief. Okay, so today we're going to talk about mental illnesses and then the triggers. So, mental illnesses are disorders that disrupt thinking, feelings, behaviors, and impair daily functioning. Okay, these disorders may be caused by prolonged stress and mental and emotional suffering due to various triggers. Sabi ng mental illnesses daw, ito yung disorder, okay, na pumipigil sa ating pag-iisip, yung nararamdaman natin, yung ating yung behavior natin, yung ano ba yung Tagalog na behavior, yung ating inuugali, okay? Tapos nakaka-apekto siya sa ating pang-araw-araw na gawain, okay, yung ating functioning. Tapos, it's because of the different or various triggers. Ano bang triggers? Okay? Triggers are the events or situation that may activate a person's tendency to experience symptoms of mental disorders. So, triggers are external events or circumstances that may produce very uncomfortable emotional or psychiatric symptoms. Psychiatric sa isip din yun. Such as anxiety, panic, discouragement, despair, or negative self-talk. Okay, nakusap mo yung sarili mo tapos negative yung mga nasa isip mo. Reacting to triggers is normal. Okay, but if we do not recognize them and respond to them appropriately, they may cause a downward spiral, making us feel worse and worse. Kapag hindi daw natin na-recognize itong mga triggers na ito at hindi natin sila di tayo naka-respond sa kanila appropriately, kumbaga mas lalo tayong makakaramdam ng down feeling, okay? Depression. Pwedeng mag-result sa depression yan. Now, okay? For the triggers, we have here sample of triggers, or some examples of common triggers are the anniversaries, dates of losses or trauma. So pag may nangyaring something tapos naalala mo yung what do you call this? Yung date na yon, yun nakaka-feel ka nun. Tapos frightening news events, nakakatakot na mga balita, you feel anxious also. And then too much to do, okay, or feeling overwhelmed. Masyado kang na-overwhelm sa isang bagay. It's also a kind of trigger. Family friction, may pagkatalo sa pamilya. Tapos the end of relationship, spending too much time alone, and so on. So itong mga to ay example. All right? Now, so what we're going to do with the activity is the people in this activity experiencing mental health problems. Your task is to identify what triggers his or her mental health problems. Okay? So meron tayong lima na situation dito. We have Jenny and her family are victims of a car accident, and so on. Okay, what I want you to do here is to identify, okay, ano yung mga triggers, ano yung nagiging dahilan nag-trigger sa kanila or na kanilang mental health problems. So for example, Jenny and her family are victims of a car accident a few months ago wherein her parents died. She always wants to be alone and cries at night before going to bed. She loves her parents so much. This is the reason why she experiences sadness and post-traumatic disorder. So I'm going to give you number one, sample sa number one. Then what you're gonna do is kayo mag-identify nung 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So dito, ang naging trigger sa kanya ay yung isang accident, no? They had been in a car accident. Okay, so yung traumatic experience na yon ang nagbibigay sa kanya ng sadness. Okay, na trauma siya doon. Tapos ito yung reason why she experiences that sadness. Okay, syempre mahal niya yung parents niya. tapos namatay yung parents niya dahil sa accident na yon. Alright? So, meron tayo dito 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, kayo ang maghanap nun. Okay? So, what you're gonna do is, you're gonna write your answers here. Kung ano yung trigger. Okay? Kukunin nyo lang dun sa situation, sa sentence. Sample situation. Okay? So, I think that's it for today. I hope this helped you somehow, no? At yan, ito pang part na to, you can read it for additional learning. Okay? Tapos, check your understanding as usual. Okay? So, we are now having 35 minutes para sa itong video lesson na to. So, wala na siguro akong sabihin pa. Kung meron kayong katanungan, as usual, you can message me sa aking messenger. Okay? So, you can also like the video. You can subscribe in my YouTube channel, and then maganda rin kayo. I-share nyo na rin siya sa ibang mga kilala ng grade 7. At sana, makatulong ito sa inyo. Okay? So, salamat, and may you have a nice day. Okay, everyone. Stay safe, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.